Welcome to Council Action. My name is Elizabeth Kautz. I'm the mayor of the city of Burnsville. Council Action is a summary of the council's meeting on Tuesday, February 19, 2019. The meeting was called to order at 5:30 p.m. at 100 Civic Center Parkway in the council chambers. We begin our meetings with a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. We then move on to our announcements, and we had one proclamation. Our announcements have to do with all of our upcoming meetings. Council meetings are scheduled for Tuesday, March 5th at 5:30 p.m. and Tuesday, March 19th at 5:30 p.m. We have work sessions scheduled as well. Now, the work session for Tuesday, March 12th, which is usually, we have work sessions in March every month. This work session is canceled because we do not have a quorum, and members of the council members are going to be in Washington, D.C. for the National League of Cities Conference. Our next work session is Tuesday, April 9th at 5:30 p.m. and Tuesday, May 14th at 5:30 p.m. And I'd like to ask everyone to please tune into the City Council meeting and see the proclamation honoring Dick Ames. And it was our tribute to a man who has given so much to the city of Burnsville. And we wanted to make sure that he is honored and recognized for the many things that he has given, not only his financial resources, but his talent, his company's in-kind contributions to the city and so forth. Please tune into the City Council meeting and see the honor given to Mr. Dick Ames. We then move on to citizens' comments, and no one appeared before the City Council to speak to any items. And there was one item that was added to the agenda, and it was unanimous to put it onto the consent agenda. And this was to continue the application for Almir Poos for a preliminary and final plat, a conditional use permit, and a variance at 2208 Old County Road 34 Place. Now, this item will come before us on March 5th at that next council meeting. So that's when that would be added, but that was added to the consent agenda. We then move on to the consent agenda, and the first item on the consent agenda was to approve all of the minutes of our past meetings, and that item was approved. We also approved claims listing, and we approved and adopted the 2019 ends and outcome statements and approved the council and staff assignments to external boards and committees. We also approved an updated policy number 1.061-, signing documents on behalf of the city. We also approved a master terms and conditions agreement with LexisNexis Risk Solution Bureau, LLC, and LexisNexis Risk Solution, Incorporated. We also approved the agreement with Baser and PL Umpire Association for the 2019 summer and fall softball seasons. We approved the Sixth Amendment and consent to modification of the communication site lease agreement with T-Mobile at Fire Station 2. We also approved the joint powers agreement with Dakota County for a cost contribution related to final designs of the Lake Marion Greenway South segment. We approved the ordinance amending 3-28-11 regarding the disorderly use of tenants. And we approved the ordinance establishing administrative citation authority. We also approved a resolution to declare costs to be assessed, approving property assessments, and calling for a public hearing on the proposed assessments for a code enforcement charge in second half of 2018. We approved and accepted the bid and award the contract for the 2018 sanitary sewer rehabilitation project. We also approved and accepted the bids and award the contract for the 2019 well rehabilitation project. We approved and ordered the 2019 Water Resource Management Plan amendment. And we approved and adopted the update to policy number 5.035, and this is the street and utility improvements in the southwest area. We also approved an ordinance amending Title VII, Chapter 2, by adding a new section, 7-2-25. This has to do with water usage in a critical water deficiency. We approved an ordinance amending Title 8, Chapter 1, and amending Title 9, Chapter 1 to clarify trails and sidewalk snow removal procedures and charges. We also approved and authorized the 2019 to 2021 treatment of high-quality ash trees for emerald ash borer and the ad for bids. We approved a resolution receiving preliminary report, calling for a public hearing and ordering the preparation of plans and specifications for the 2019 street improvement project. We approved the resolution supporting application for the state of Minnesota funding via local road improvement program for the Cliff Road I-35W interchange ramp modification project and ordered the Cliff Road I-35W interchange ramp modification project. We also approved a resolution for the Healy-Ramey Comprehensive Plan Amendment to place the Land Use Guide Plan Map Amendment into effect. And we approved to continue the application of Amir Poos for a preliminary and final plat, conditional use permit and a variance at 2208 Old County Road 34 Place. And that was the end of the consent agenda. We now move on to the regular agenda, and the first item on the regular agenda was a 2019 Planning Commission work plan presentation. That item was presented, and the plan was approved. We extended our appreciation to the Planning Commission for their work and for the good advice that they give to us on the City Council. The next item was item number 6, and this was the 2019 Economic Development Commission work plan presentation. And that item was presented. And we also extended our appreciation and gratitude to the Economic Development Commission for their work and their advice to the City Council. That item was approved. There were no other items to come before the City Council, and the meeting was adjourned. I'd like to remind everyone that council action replays at 6 a.m. and noon, 6 p.m. and midnight, and City Council meetings replay at various times on Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And I encourage you to watch the following to see how you can view past meetings and current meetings via the internet at www.burnsvillemn.gov. I'm Elizabeth Couts, Mayor of the City of Burnsville. Thank you for joining me. Continue to make a difference.